Bold Heart, it's Fabienne, and greetings from beautiful Morocco. I'm here meeting with other transformational leaders from all over the globe, here to switch the planet. And I was reflecting yesterday as I was meeting them that it really does take a bold heart to do big things. And I was witness to that several times this past week when I was working with our Bold Heart business members. And I'm always talking here, inspiring you to play a bigger game in your business. And whether you're five figures, there's tactics that you take it to six figures with authenticity, integrity, and love. And there's and from six figures to seven figures, etc. And to do big things in the world, bold. Now, the problem with being bold is that it doesn't always work immediately, right? It takes a certain amount of risk to do something that will set you up for really big impact and really big results. Going from 20 clients to 200 clients and customers requires that you do things differently in your business and in your approach to getting your work out there in the world. And sometimes, let me give you it's not sometimes, it always will bring up fear. And here's what I've noticed. If you are ready to go from, let's say, one to one in your business to a leveraged business model, it's going to bring up fear that they won't pay for that, fear that they won't get results if they're not doing things one-on-one with you, fear of visibility, fear that no one will sign up. And that fear will come up and totally sabotage you. In fact, if things don't happen fast enough, like most people, like me, like everybody, you might just want to go back to bed, go back to the old way of doing things. This happened with several of our members this week. It's normal. It's normal. I want you to get it, because if it were easy to really expand, to leverage how you do things, and even if you're just starting out, just even going to your first networking group or speaking on a stage can be nerve-wracking for someone, but it's part of you growing your impact, growing your visibility. So fear sets in. Expect it. But I'm going to show you today how to get out of fear and act in spite of. Because listen, if you want new results, you've got to change things. You've got to really lift yourself up, set yourself up for more exposure and visibility. So if you've been following me for quite some time, you may know about my marketing pie. And my marketing pie is everything that you do. It's just draw a circle or lines, and this is everything on this pie is something that you do to either pull people towards you, your ideal clients, or you find them in large numbers grouped for you by somebody else, right? That's the marketing pie. But over the last few years, I've had to create another framework, because fear is part of growth. Write that down. That's actually something that you need to realize. Fear is part of growth, and you cannot grow without a certain amount of letting go of the old and surrendering to what is new, and fear will come up with that. So I've created a framework for you to help you get over the fear, and it's called my faith pie. It's where, before, these are all the things you do to marketing. These are all the things that you do to stay in faith. Now, I just did a generic one for you, and I'll explain to you in just a moment. But you can create this based on you. So, for many times this week, I helped our members come up with their own faith pie. So, as you'll see here, there's journaling. So, for me, when I'm in fear, as I'm stepping into the next big evolution of what I'm here to do on this planet, through my work, through my personal development, I find that journaling gets me out of fear. I connect with spirit. I feel this divine connection. That's my thing. Maybe journaling is not the thing for you. Maybe Zumba is the thing for you, right? Whatever it is that's going to get you out of the spiraling fear and into the present moment, so you're not thinking about all the things that could happen, okay? Next, reading. For me, reading anything, but especially spiritual texts, how to stay in faith, about quantum physics and mechanics, about the law of attraction, about God about, those are my things. For you, maybe it's the Bible. For you, reading maybe is the children's book, and it just gets you out of fear and into the present moment. See where I'm going with this? Meditation could be something for you. Really quiet down the mind. Let all that monkey talk, that drunk monkey, sabotaging you in your head, just get it out of your head. Moving and dancing for one of my clients, movement is really it just gets her into her body and out of her head. For you, it might be painting and pottery, and it could be sculpture. It doesn't matter. Calligraphy. My daughter loves to do calligraphy. Walking at the beach, right? Walking in the woods, taking the dogs out, taking the kids out, and doing a long trek. Inspirational books, personal growth and development books, spiritual videos and movies. Sometimes just to, even when I'm not in fear, but just to stay in that vortexy place of attraction. As I'm putting on my makeup in the morning, I'll play an Abraham Hicks video on YouTube. I'll go, just like audios, videos, podcasts, anything that will help you remember that you are part of a greater whole and you're not in isolation and you're not you're not alone. Isolation breeds fear. When you are when you feel like you're part of something greater than yourself, you can stay in faith. And I think I did all of them. So that is your faith pie. And I want to share with you that I think it's important. This sounds like a total contradiction, but I think it's important for you to schedule your spirituality, right? Hashtag schedule your spirituality. And what I mean by that is if you're a person who likes to start new things and not necessarily finish them, and most entrepreneurs are, the majority of them are, raise your hand if you are one of those. I'll raise both hands, right? That's the nature of how we risk takers show up in life. Sometimes we would forget to do the things on our faith pie. So what I recommend to everyone is to get out your trusty, smartphone, set a recurring alarm with the label that says time for journaling. Let's say or meditation at 8 a.m. and at 6 p.m. And on Saturday night to say it's time. This guy is running. I really applaud him. um, the what was I saying? Oh, Saturday night, time to watch an inspirational spiritual movie, whatever it is. But schedule your spirituality. And the last thing I want to bring up is the idea of being in a tribe. What I mentioned just a few minutes ago is isolation breeds fear. Isolation breeds self doubt. And when you are in fear and you have self doubt, it's really easy to go back to the old small ways of doing things. So, what I recommend for you is that you get in a tribe of other advancing entrepreneurs, other heart centered, spiritually open mentors and entrepreneurs who understand that fear is the great obstacle to creating great impact and therefore abundance, financial abundance, lifestyle abundance, and you keep each other in faith. Use these tools. Get in a community. We have a community of hundreds of people, and it is amazing when you can just exhale into being with other people who can reflect your greatness for you, reflect the fact that you are brilliant at what you do, that it is your life's purpose, and you should indeed take it. Turn up the volume on it and take it next level. So that is all my wisdom for today, and I am off to enjoy my day in Marrakesh with some transformational leaders. Sending you lots of love. Bye. See you next time.